in the ASEAN Parliamentary format. First of all, let me welcome all participants who have prepared themselves well to participate in this debate. Your presence here is greatly appreciated, and we hope that this debate will be a useful experience for everyone. For those who may not to be familiar, let me give an overview of the ASEAN Parliamentary Debate System. In the ASEAN Parliamentary Debate, we have two teams, namely the government teams and the opposition team. Each team consists of 3 speakers who will present their arguments in a predetermined order. Before we enter our debate session this morning, allow me as the moderator to read out the rules that must be obeyed in this debate with the aim that the participant can be more orderly and organized. These rules include the following. First, participants must be present 30 minutes at the venue before the event starts. Second, participants must wear the same clothes. Third, participants who take part in the debate competition have registered early with the committee. Next, the first speakers are given 7 minutes each to present their arguments, and then the second and third speakers are given 7 minutes each to present their arguments. Participants must bring the necessary stationery. Next, during the debate session, participants must have politely and may not engage in activities that may harm other participants. And next, participants are not allowed to bring cell phones to the direct assumption. Next, before the debate begins, each team must provide information to the moderator which contains the name and duties of each team member. The next is, the method of signaling the time for each debater is by tapping the table. 1 tap indicating that the argument has been running for 1 minute. 2 taps meaning the argument has been running for 2 minutes, and 3 taps indicating 1 minute left to present their argument, and a knot repeatedly which indicates that the time has ended and the participants are not allowed to continue their arguments. Next, direct response or objection of point of interruption, point of information is allowed when opposition speaker speaks after the first minute and ends after 15 seconds. Next, interruptions are carried out 5 times for each team. If a fatal error occurs, an action will be taken in the form of containing points from the jury or adjudicator. The next, participants are not allowed to communicate with coaches or other team's members who are not addressing the debate or the audience except for giving a time signal as referred to it. The last one is, during the debate, the participants are no longer allowed to search for information on the internet through electronic media. Only printed materials such as newspaper or magazine clippings and light notes are allowed. Okay. Now let me introduce the debate teams present today. The government team consists of Nur Wahyuningsi Ekayanti as Prime Minister, Rahmawati as Deputy Prime Minister, and Nur Fariza as Government Whip. While the opposition teams consist of Sari Dewi as the leader of opposition, Al-Maruf as the Deputy Leader of Opposition, and the last Abu Bakar as the Opposition Whip. And we have Ratnagini as the timekeeper and Ruhayati as the adjudicator. Now, let me introduce the debate motion today. This House believes that sex education should be taught in school as part of the mandatory curriculum. Dear participants, let us give our sincere appreciation to all the participants who have prepared the arguments well and are ready to debate. I'm sure we will witness an interesting and classy discussion. Okay, without wasting any more time, let's start our debate. The first speaker from the government team is welcome. For the Prime Minister, the time starts from when you speak.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The honorable judges, the honorable timekeeper and moderator and opposition team, and my beloved government team. Thank you for the opportunity. My name is Nurahini Sekandi as the first speaker of government team or the Prime Minister. So, ladies and gentlemen, our motion today is this House believes that sex education should be taught in schools as the part of minority curriculum. And we, as the government team, we totally agree with this motion. But before I present my argument, let me describe our motion today. Ladies and gentlemen, judges, the motion today is this House believes that sex education should be taught in schools as a part of the minority curriculum is a debate topic that centers around the issues of whether or not sex education should be included in the required curriculum of educational institution. The motion implies that there is a current lack of sex education in schools, and that this is a problem that needs to be addressed. The debate will likely focus on the benefits and drawbacks of sex education, whether or not it is necessary for school to provide it, and what form it should take. The school curriculum, in this case, is the scheme or structure of learning at the elementary, junior high school, and senior high school or vocational high school levels. As a government team, we fully support this motion to include sex education as one of the points in the school curriculum. In our argument, sex education is a critical education that should be taught at an age when children still have a high level of curiosity, which is during their school years. To prevent unwanted situations due to the high level of curiosity among children, we believe that sex education should be implemented in the school curriculum. We have seen cases and facts that where school-age children experience sexual misconduct as victims, perpetrators, and or due to curiosity. We believe that this is because there is a lack of education regarding sex and its impact on children under 18 years old or school-age children. Why in school? Because school is where children receive the most education and achieve. They receive more knowledge and teaching in school environment than outside, especially in the family environment that's in the home. Therefore, once again, we as the government team, we strongly agree about this motion today. Sex education should be included in the school curriculum. I think that's all from me. Thank you very much.
Okay, that is delivery of arguments from the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister spent 2 minutes 59 seconds. I repeat, 2 minutes 59 seconds. Then you're welcome for the leader of opposition to present your arguments. The time starts from when you are speaking.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity. My name is Dewi, the first speaker from the opposition team. We from the opposition team disagree with today's mission. Where sex education so taught in school as the monetary curriculum, the mission seeks to illustrate that sex education is very effective for students when it is taught. But before I present my argument, let me explain the insight for our mission today. This is House believe that sex education should be taught in school as part of the monetary curriculum. This is topic focused on the whether or not sex education is mandatory in the compulsory curriculum in school. From this mission, we rise to sentence which are the main factor in all the battery, namely sex education and curriculum. The curriculum itself, the learning structure in school with servers and guidelines for teaching children at school. As the children team, we currently not support the extent of the compulsory sex education curriculum in school because sex education should be the responsibility of the family, not the school. Why family? Because parents play an important role in the growth of children, where children spend more time at home than the school. And also, the following of individuals believe must be respected, and sex education must be adjusted to the age and maturity level of students. That's because sexual rights must have human following. Namely, the person must have control over his own sexual autonomy. In this case, making sex education the mandatory curriculum is less and not effective, especially if the material delivery is misused in way that is distorted. Therefore, we high sex education shall not include in the school curriculum. Okay, thank you.
Okay, that is the presentation of the arguments of the leader of opposition. The leader of opposition spent 2 minutes 46 seconds. I repeat, 2 minutes 46 seconds. And then you are welcome for the Deputy Prime Minister to present her arguments. The time starts from when you start speaking.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity given to me. I'm Ahmad as the second speaker from the government team. Firstly, I would like to express gratitude to the opposition team for presenting their arguments. Okay. We appreciate the opposition team's perspective regarding sex education as a mandatory curriculum in schools. However, we would like to present our counter-arguments. Firstly, while families play a crucial role in educating children, sex education in school also holds significant importance that cannot be ignored. Schools are institutions responsible for providing the knowledge and skills necessary for everyday life. Comprehensive and informed sex education. No thanks. Comprehensive and informed sex education in schools can provide equal access to all students, regardless of their family backgrounds and circumstances. This is important because not all families have adequate resources and knowledge to provide comprehensive sex education to their children. And secondly, concerning individual values and beliefs, sex education in school can be delivered while considering principles of diversity and respect for difference. Sex education materials can be adapted to reflect the prevailing values in society while providing accurate and essential information. No, thank you. However, as the representative of the government, we firmly believe that sex education should be taught in schools as a part of the mandatory curriculum. We understand that this topic... No, thank you. This topic might be controversial, but we are here to present a strong argument in favor of comprehensive sex education. Firstly, sex education equips students with essential knowledge and skills to make informed decisions about their sexual health. Adolescence is a critical stage in a person's life when they undergo physical and emotional change. By providing comprehensive sex with accurate information about reproductive health, sexually transmitted infection, contraception methods, and consents. This knowledge will enable them to make responsible choice and protect themselves from potential risk and consequence.
Please.
No, thank you. Secondly, incorporating sex education in the mandatory curriculum promotes gender equality and social justice. Traditional gender roles and societal norms often perpetuate harmful stereotypes and misconceptions about sex and relationships. By teaching comprehensive sex education, we can challenge these stereotypes and educate students about gender equality, consent, and healthy relationships. This will contribute to creating a more inclusive and respectful society where individuals are treated with dignity and their rights are protected. Furthermore, sex education in school helps address the issue of teenage pregnancies. Lack of knowledge and awareness about sexual health can lead to unplanned pregnancies, which may have adverse consequences for both the young parents and their children. By providing comprehensive sex education, we can reduce the incidence of teenage pregnancies by promoting responsible sexual behavior, educating students about contraception options, and emphasizing the importance of delaying sexual activity until they are ready and understand to the potential consequence. Opponents of sex education often argue that it undermines cultural or religious values. However, comprehensive sex education does not seek to impose any particular belief. Evidence-based information, it respects the diverse cultural and religious backgrounds of students while ensuring they receive the necessary knowledge to protect their health and well-being. And lastly, teaching sex education in school ensures that all students have access to this vital information, regardless of their socioeconomic background or parental guidance. Many young people may not have access to reliable source of information at home, which can leave them vulnerable to misinformation or inadequate knowledge about sexual health. By including sex education in the mandatory curriculum, we guarantee that all students receive standardized and accurate information, bridging the knowledge gap and promoting equality and education. Thank you.
Okay, that is the presentation of the arguments from the Deputy Prime Minister. The Deputy Prime Minister spent 5 minutes 34 seconds. I repeat, 5 minutes 34 seconds. Next, you're welcome for the Deputy Minister to present his arguments. The time starts from when you start speaking.
Thank you for the time and opportunity that has been given to me. I'm Amar, the second speaker from the opposition team. Before I want to present my argument, first I will this battle about argument second speaker government team. She said sex education in the school also has a role that cannot be ignored. My opinion, sex education in school does not have to be mandatory curriculum. Well, sex education in the school can provide equal access to all students. It should still be an option for students and parents. Every family has the right to make their own decision about their child's sex education according to their goals and beliefs.
Please.
No, thank you. Why? Because there are three factors that can influence the extent of sex education in school. Among other, the first is parental authority. Now we know that sexual education is a sensitive and personal matter. Parents have the right to educate their children on this topic, not in accordance with their family goals and beliefs. First, in schools, they teach sex education fulfill the right and authority of parents in educating their children. And the second, no, thank you. The second in content where we know that prevalence of sex education in school often errs that it will help prevent teenage pregnancy and the spread of sexually transmitted disease. However, there are concerns about the content will be taught and to what extent the information is consistent with the moral and religious goal set by students and their family. A character, the theory of sexual material in schools can lead to controversy and conflict with individual belief. And the last is the possibility of abuse, meaning also propensity of sex education argues that this will reduce the risk of sexual assault and harassment. There is a possibility of misuse of the information taught in school. Sexual material taught in school can potentially be used in individual with improved inclination or strong intimidation to gain vulnerable students is in the court, the importance of careful approach in developing and delivering the school sexual curriculum. That's how I would say it.
Okay, that is the presentation of the arguments from the deputy leader of opposition. The deputy leader of opposition spent 3 minutes 18 seconds. I repeat, 3 minutes 18 seconds. And then next, you are welcome for the government whip to present her arguments. The time starts from when you start speaking.
Honorable Adjudicator, Moderator, Timekeeper, Opportunity, and my beloved government team members. Thank you for the opportunity that has given to me. I represent as the third speaker of the government team. Our mission today is this House believes that sex education should be taught in schools as part of the mandatory curriculum. And we as the government team, we totally agree with this motion. But before I go to the conclusion of my team's argument, I want to rebuttal the first and second speaker from the opposition teams. For the first speaker, I want to review the potential for misuse of sex education material as been conveyed. In our opinion, one way to overcome this is to design sex education guidelines and curricula that are clear and structured, updated regularly according to the times. This curriculum should emphasize the importance of understanding sexuality, reproductive health, making intelligent decisions, and the importance of consensus in relationship. These guidelines will help prevent sensitive issues such as pornography and sexual harassment from arising in school.
Please.
Now, thank you. For the second speaker, I want to review the authority of parents. It is important to understand that sex education in schools is not the only source of children's learning about sexuality. Parents have the responsibility of teaching sex education to their children according to their family values. However, not all parents feel comfortable talking about this sensitive subject and provide educate sex education. Therefore, the existence of sex education in schools will ensure that children receive correct information about sexuality and minimize the gap in access to knowledge among students. In order to support the creation of effective sex education without compromising family values, schools and parents must work together in developing and implementing an appropriate sex education curriculum for students.
Do I
Therefore, no thank you. Therefore, we continue to support that sex education should be taught in schools as a part of the compulsory curriculum. The conclusion of the arguments presented by the first and the second speakers from the government team were that sex education should be included in the compulsory curriculum in schools and started early. This will help prevent unwanted situations due to a lack of knowledge about sex, such as sexual harassment and sexual violence. In addition, comprehensive sex education is also important for empowering young people to make the right decisions, addresses issues of gender equality, maintain their health, and contribute to a more inclusive society. Therefore, sex education needs to improve in schools and implement in the compulsory curriculum. Indeed, sex education is quite sensitive, especially among children of elementary school age. We, the government team, offer a solution for this sex education to be included in the school curriculum, but at the junior high school level, when children enter puberty. At the elementary school level, there are taught in advance about the organs related to sex, given the importance of this. Then, further discussion, such as the effects of sex, will be taught at the junior high school level. Thank you.
Okay, that is the presentation of the argument from the government whip speaker. The government whip spent 3 minutes 50 seconds. I repeat, 3 minutes 50 seconds. And next, you're welcome for the deputy, for the opposition whip to present his arguments. The time starts from when you start speaking.
Thank you for the time and opportunity that has been given to me. I am Abu Bakar, the two speaker from opposition team. The mission being discussed in this debate is this House believes that sex education should be taught in school as part of the minority curriculum. We ask the opposition team strongly disagree with the motion. Why? Because there are three factors that can influence the existence for sex education in school. Among is one, the provision of sexual education to children is taboo inappropriate. Children are not supposed to know things related to this problem because they feel it's still inappropriate. With sexual education in children, it is assumed that by providing sexual education to children, it will make children feel attracted to sexual activity that are not appropriate. No thanks. Two, in our opinion, sex education does not need to be part of curriculum in school because sex can grow and appear naturally without being taught. About sex, every member of society will naturally have knowledge without anyone having to teach it. So we do not agree with the search for sex education in schools. 3. Next, I would like to convey the negative impact of wrong sexual education. 1. The material person makes the child is right. 2. If it is not a property, then it will become a problem. 3. Lack of sex education will cause transmission of HIV or HIV due to free sex. 4. The rate of early pregnancy is increasing. 5. Their psychology becomes disturbed and learning dislikes. 6. Increased sexual harassment. 7. Many children marry young, and the last is divorce because they are still indoors. It's not time to get married yet. And the solution, 1. Buy a book. Buy books that discuss poverty and sexuality specifically for their age. Currently, there are many illustrated literary available in bookstores.
Your line, please.
Now, thanks. About sex education that children can easily understand. Two, creating a comfortable atmosphere for discussion. For example, during first sex education, when sis is not good mood, the reason is when the mood is frantic, it is difficult for children to capture information in comfort. No, thanks. So the point is the occurrences doesn't have to be included in the school curriculum, but can be taught alternative solution as I explained. I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, that's all the presentation from the opposition whip. Okay, the opposition whip spent 3 minutes 19 seconds. I repeat, 3 minutes 19 seconds. Okay, that's the presentation of the material from each speaker from each team. Now, let's listen to the comments from the adjudicator.
For the opportunity, I am ready as the jury of this debate simulation. So let me give my comment for each speaker of government and opposition team. For the first speaker from the ring of affirmation, you have carried out his duties well. He has made clear the bad limitations and the fine motion well, but you didn't manage or use your time well. Well, for the first speaker from the counter team, it was good enough to carry out its duties. It's just that the arguments presented are still too general. In the future, please be more specific about each point in your argument. And for the second speaker from the affirmation team, more valid evidence must be added so that the argument becomes stronger, but so far it has been good enough to strengthen the team argument. While the second and third speaker from the counter team were also good at presenting their arguments and carrying out their duties. But there was one thing they didn't convey in their argument, namely the attack on the speaker from the affirmation team. For the last speaker from the affirmation team, he was also quite good at conveying conclusion, solution, and objection. But in the future, please make his rebuttals even more sharp, so as to further convince the jury that your team deserves to win this debate. Okay, thank you.
Okay, that's all the comments from the jury for each speaker from each team. So, with the end of the jury's comment, our debate this afternoon's end. Thank you for your participation. I close by saying, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.